How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrew.
I'm Andrew as well.
We're the founders of ClearVU Camera Solutions. In today's video, we're launching a new product. So wanted to give you guys a look at what we've been developing over the past couple of years, the solution to having a dirty backup camera on your vehicle. We sell do-it-yourself kits online. You can jump on our website, www.clearviewcam.com, and go on the website, find your year, make, model, and purchase a do-it-yourself kit.
So if you've been on our website previously, you've noticed that everything that we have for sale is for a pickup truck. And that's because in our early development, we actually started with a product for SUVs and hatchbacks, but due to the nature of the camera housings on those, it was very difficult to get something reliable. So we switched to pickup trucks, and we have a line of aftermarket camera cleaners for pickup trucks that are easy to install and they work phenomenally. However, today we're actually excited to launch finally the product line for SUVs and hatchbacks. So the difference is this is a truck sprayer. So this requires you to drill a hole directly through your tailgate latch normally, which is right next to the camera, and this is retained with a plastic nut, and then you hook up the line to it. However, that's not an option for SUVs and hatchbacks, unfortunately, because the camera housing is more of a free floating thing sort of near the license plate. So what we have is a very specifically shaped sprayer. So this actually is attached to the camera housing with a two-part epoxy. And the reason that this is just now coming out for sale, and this is actually what we started our company with, is because this required a lot more testing to be sure that it's not going to fall off, to be sure that it can withstand the elements, etc. So we're really excited today to show you how to install it. And this is a 2018
Volkswagen Atlas.
Yeah, so that is going to be the very first DIY kit that we have for sale on our website. It's going to be for this vehicle. However, it's just the start of a long list of products for many SUVs and hatchbacks. So once again, new design, really excited to show you. So we'll get into it now. All right, so essentially how it works is identically to the pickup truck line, where it taps into the OEM wiper fluid. However, with SUVs and hatchbacks, you are able to tap into the rear windshield system. So trucks don't have one, so every time you want to clean the camera, you're cleaning your front windshield. For SUVs and hatchbacks, it's slightly different. So the installation process involves, for this vehicle and many others, removing this plastic cover, finding where your OEM wiper fluid line is for the rear windshield. You cut that, you tap into it, you install a much shorter section of hose, you install the check valve, and then you find the place to route the line out of the vehicle towards where the camera sprayer, towards where the camera housing is, and then you install the camera sprayer, hook it up, and reinstall all these plastic covers. So similar to our truck line, we have drill templates. However, for this, you're not drilling a hole for the sprayer itself. You're actually drilling a hole for where the line comes out and hooks up to the sprayer. So this is the one we have for the Volkswagen Atlas 2017 to 21. So these laser cut drill templates that we include in every kit, you can be sure that we've tested it on a vehicle before we're selling it. And that's why it takes so long to develop new products, is because they're very specific. So for this one, we're going to walk through all the steps. However, like our truck install, when we release a new product, the fundamental steps are the same. That's why we have on our website a drill template reference page where it shows where exactly these are. And if you buy a kit from us online or in stores, we're going to include a QR code that has a link directly to that page. And you basically find your vehicle that you're installing on, and it's going to have a picture of where this needs to go in the right orientation, and if there's any sort of other notes for installation, we'll include those as well. Basically, we're trying to make this as easy as possible for you. You know, we want this to be reliable, we want it to be easy to install, we want it to be foolproof. So these are the steps we take for that to happen.
So do-it-yourself kit, this is what they look like. We're going to include everything you need to install it on your vehicle. We're going to supply 8 feet of hose, a 2-part epoxy with a popsicle stick so you can stir it up and apply it on your specifically designed J sprayer, we call it. So this is kind of the bread and butter of the ClearVU here. So we got that. We have our T-fitting, our one-way check valve. There's a arrow. The arrow is always going to point towards the sprayer of the vehicle. 4 zip ties, an installation packet. Just a little thank you for your purchase. If you have any questions, contact our customer service team, and they'll be happy to assist you with any issues that you're having, any problems, warranty information. We have a QR code for truck installation on our installation packet. And then last but not least, our specifically designed template for the vehicle that you're applying ClearVU on. And basic hand tools, 5 30-seconds drill. Today we're using a step bit. T15 Torx bits, general Torx bits you're going to want. T15 specific for this installation on the Volkswagen Atlas. Dikes, basic hand tools in your garage. It's not hard. So let's get into removing all the panels on the vehicle and install ClearVU. So first we're going to remove this centerpiece here. We're going to pull that off, put it aside. We're going to remove these light caps. We're then going to move on. There's 2 screws right here. I'm not sure if you can see that here. 2 screws up here. We're going to remove
Under that
the handle here. Put it over the side. Next, we're gonna pull this down. It's on little pop tabs, little metal retaining clips, so it's gonna need a little force to pull that down. There you go. All in one shot. Got this off. And it's easy as that. We can leave this panel attached here. We're not going to be using that side. Well, the first thing we're going to do is find out where our sprayer is for the rear hatch of the vehicle you're applying ClearVU on. So in this particular model, the Volkswagen Atlas, the sprayer is coming on this back window here, and right underneath here is going to be your main. We're going to tap in our T-fitting on that. So I don't know if you want to take a look at that's getting ran to the sprayer for the rear windshield. So we are going to have to cut that line. Okay.
Let's see, move your hand real quick.
Yep.
Okay.
We are going to add the T-fitting. So we're around the line, other side of the T-fitting. We're going to utilize the zip strips that we supply. Came out there. We're going to do this because once we go to apply our plastic trim pieces back on, it's going to be super simple where we know we're not going to pinch that line. So now we're going to apply our check valve. So I have a pre-cut, before we made this video, I have a pre-cut strip of 6 inches of hose that we took out of the 8 feet that we supplied. We are going to apply the check valve. Arrow is always going to go towards the sprayer. So we're going to go like this. Arrow, and then this is going to go outside of the vehicle. Okay, we're just going to leave that up like that. So we're going to move on to drill template.
Focus. Good.
Drill template, our J sprayer, and 2-part epoxy. Okay, so the ClearVU installation packet here. So we are going to utilize the truck install. Right now, the SUV and hatchback install code is not active right now because we are live. This is the first ever aftermarket backup camera cleaner on an SUV. So once the product has been released, we'll update the website so the SUV hatchback install QR code is accessible. So right now, what we're gonna do, if you got your phone, I don't know if you can see that, we are going to click on truck and install. So that's gonna go to our website. Scroll down, we get a nice little video. Drill template reference page is the most important thing to see. So as you can see, we're going through the templates. It specifically tells you where to place the template on the vehicle. It says to utilize this template on the license plate lights. So let's pop it out here. It's very simple. On the Volkswagen Atlas, it's going to be on the right-hand side. There's a little tab right here. Just very gently, just pry that up. Okay. So we're going to do that. We're going to disconnect the light. So utilizing the ClearVU template, we're going to match it up. It says the year, what you're installing on, metal tab. So let's see what that means. Metal tab is right here. That's going to align it. So you're not going to want it this way. Metal tab is not on that side. It has to be this way to utilize ClearView technology. So we're going to mark our hole. This is just for viewer pleasure here. This is a pre-cut 1/4-inch hole that we already drilled on this license plate light. As you can see, I'm not sure if you can see that. we don't touch the outside of the gasket. We leave everything a very nice seal, OEM as possible is what we're shooting for here. So we are, as I said, this is already drilled out. It is a 1/4-inch drill bit. You're going to drill through there. Usually we use a 1/8 inch to start, 1/4 inch to finish on SUVs and hatchbacks. So with that said, we're going to reapply this sprayer to the vehicle. We're going to stick our hose out. Okay, we are going to run this line. And there she is. Okay, we're going to leave it just like that. We're going to reconnect our license plate light. Sorry about that. We're going to, there's 2 little nipples here. We're going to go against the metal, push up ever so slightly. All right, guys, so before we apply our J sprayer, we do supply also in the kit a alcohol wiping pad. This has a little alcohol on it. You will receive a alcohol pad to do this. So we're just gonna wipe the bottom of this, get it nice and clean. So once we did that, we're then going to move to our double bubble packet epoxy. Once you're done with this ClearView card, this actually makes a great little epoxy tray. So that's what we're gonna do today. So I don't have scissors on me here, but I have some dikes. We're just gonna cut this right across, give it a quick little tear. It's 2 parts, so 2 parts will come out. Use our popsicle stick right on the ClearView card, so not wasting any paper. Once you have that nice and stirred, we're going to go ahead and grab our J sprayer, okay? It's very important that you're just applying the epoxy right in the center bead here. I'll give you an example on how much you need to apply on your sprayer for it to be working. You don't want to have excess and it coming out the sides. So we're just going to apply a nice little strip. Stuff is very strong, so you're not going to want to get up close to the lip of a sprayer, the exit point, if you would, on the sprayer. You don't want to get too close to that. Just leave a little gap right there, because you don't want, once we go to press the epoxy up against that camera housing, you don't want it to cover where that specific angle, specific J sprayer is mounted on your vehicle. So once we have that, working time is about 3 to 5 minutes for this epoxy. So we can apply it to the vehicle. Right where the exit point on the sprayer is, you're gonna wanna keep that right centered with the eye of the camera housing, okay? So we're gonna go, and there's a little lip right here, like a little curvature. That's the curvature actually of the camera housing. So we're just gonna firmly apply. We're just gonna hold it there. So as you can see, that where the exit point of the fluid to clean the actual camera, it's centered right in the middle of there. So we're just kind of holding it on there, making sure everything's gonna stick. All right, guys, so welcome back. As you can see, sprayer is attached. It ain't going anywhere. So 3 to 5 minutes cure time in this. We let this sit for 10 minutes just to be 100% sure we had a good epoxy adhesion onto the bottom of the camera housing here. So we are going to then take our hose, put it on the J sprayer. You want a nice little curvature going in here. You don't want that line pinched. That takes care of the outside of the vehicle here. So
Beautiful.
we wanted to make this as OEM as possible for the user. So, you know, when you're closing this, you really don't notice it once the hatch is fully closed. So it presents itself well. So going back into the vehicle, what we're gonna do here, obviously we have some zip strips to cut. We have some plastic trim pieces to put back on. It's gonna be the same thing how we took it off. We're just gonna put it right back on.
Go ahead.